What's up, my peoples? So I got a little something in the mail today that I've been waiting on. I'm going to kind of unbox it. No, not unbox it. The box is already kind of open, but I'm going to pull it out and show it to you guys. Well, that sounds really bad, don't it? I have got Livescope on the boat, right? Just like 99,000% of the people in the world. And I have my 3 terminal motor batteries in the back and a regular cranking battery that run, the cranking battery runs two hummingbirds, but not the Livescope, and then it runs on my other pumps and all that jazz. And I've always had in my little boxer right there in the back of the spare compartment there, a little battery that runs just my Livescope, a little 20 amp hour battery. And it's just a regular AGM battery, small, really small battery, but 20 amp hour. And it does pretty good at running it for a good period of time of day. But I even sleep the unit when I'm moving spot. And, you know, for the first 2 or 3 months, I have a little battery. It works great. It holds up for most of the day, or I should say all of the day. But, you know, needs recharging, so on and so forth. But I'm always feel like I'm kind of babying it. So I decided to get something different for the 2024 season so that I didn't have to worry about if it was going to last long enough or not. I don't want to have to think about that in the BFLs, which I'm going to be doing all this year. And I want something that was just a little bit bigger, but not too big. I didn't want to go like a full-on 100 amp hour battery because I'm only running just the Livescope off it. Everything else runs just fine off of you know, the cranking battery, no problem. And so I decided to get a lithium battery and a little bit more amp hours, but from what I understand, you know, lithiums run a lot longer, hold up a lot better. So I'm hoping that this is the answer to not having to sleep the unit all the time or worry about is it going to make it through a 10-hour day before it's almost completely dead. So this is what I got. So I got, and by the way, it took forever to get this. Hopefully, I mean, I don't live anywhere that has a dealer for Dakota lithiums. Maybe there is somewhere in Iowa or Wisconsin area that I'm in, but none that I know. So I decided to do Dakota lithium for my Livescope, and I ordered it, and it took a little while to get. I'm gonna say about 6 weeks. As it was supposedly held up in shipping or something or other. I don't know. So hopefully all their batteries aren't that way. I'm not ready to yet dive and do it on all the cranking and or on the terminal motors and that stuff. Is just way too much out of line for me to spend $2,400 for 3 batteries. So I'm still going to run my regular AGM batteries on those, and I do just fine. Really, for the most part, I do have one battery that I need to replace this year, but for the most part, I get just basic AGM batteries for all the terminal motors and never really had any issue. But I also don't fish it. You know, I get about every other weekend where I can get out and maybe once during the week. So I don't fish it long enough, hard enough to where having AGMs is a problem. I seem to get through with what I got. So I'm sticking with that. I would love it if I could afford it. And for the weight, not, you know, losing all that weight and having, you know, a little more power, but it's just not on the financial agenda for me. So anyway, without further ado, this came in yesterday. I haven't got a chance to get it out of here. So I got, and I know I'm going to set you down here. Hopefully y'all can see. I got a small, and I want them small because I don't want to have to put another big battery in here, and I don't want to spend $800-900 on it. So I got a 12 volt, 25 amp hour Dakota lithium for just strictly Livescope. And so this is it without further ado. That's it right there. And then it also came with a charger for it, small charger. You know, I don't have one that's can switch back and forth between lithium, AGM, and anything else. So I got the Dakota lithium charger too. Hopefully that does well. I know it's a small charger, so it's probably going to take a while to recharge this back up. But I mean, if you leave it on overnight or for a long period of time after a day in the water, it should be fine. I'd be curious to see how this, I'd be curious to see how this does as the season goes on, and how long I get, or just even seeing, the first time out, how it does. How long is it? How long will I be able to go before I have to charge it? It's only 25 amp hour, but if you're pulling, from what I understand, around 2 amps an hour, I should get 12 hours of runtime with it, roughly. And I sleep it in between moving areas, or, if I'm deep in the grass, where I'll just sleep it or even turn it off. So, on the river, there's going to be a lot of times where I'm not always using it. So I should get a long run time on this for that. So we're going to find out. I will let you guys know as we get into the season how this is working. It's roughly the same size, I believe, as the one that I got in there now. It's AGM. So from what I read, they send these with only a 10% charge. So I'm going to charge this bad boy up, and probably on Thursday or maybe sometime this weekend, I'll pull the other little one out, unstrap it, pull it out, put this bad boy in once it's fully charged, and turn on the unit, make sure everything's good there, because as long as it took to get this, I want to make sure everything's right before I get out on the water. And I'm going to keep the other battery as a backup in case something would happen, and I'll keep it charged up just in case I need it. I'm out of town, a tournament, something happens this for one reason or another, I'll have a backup battery. So they're supposed to have an 11-year warranty on it, so we'll see. It took forever to get it. If something happens, am I going to be without a battery for 3 months? I don't know. So we'll find out. But yeah, I'll let you guys know how it goes, and see how it works. Like I said, small battery, and I need to run 1 unit on it, so I should be okay. We will see. Thanks for watching. Comment, like, subscribe if you had these. Let me know how it worked. Was it good for you? Let me know. I'm going to find out probably here in the next 3-4 weeks. Ice is starting to happen. Ice out's starting to happen. So pretty soon I should be able to get on the water and start testing it out here. Probably depends on what the weather does. Right now it's not looking terrible over the next 10-day forecast. So, I'm hoping in the next 3 weeks or so I'll be out and test it out. So let me know if you've ever had one and how it worked for you. Thanks.